Welcome to Quits Gaming, and today we are going to continue with the ASMR reading of Doki Doki Literature Club. How's it going, Lime Soda, Leonardo, and Quiet? It's always great to see you guys. Alright, so without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and begin. How's it going, Ian? Sorry. I'm super sorry. Can you guys hear me okay? It looks like you can hear me okay. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? How's it going, Christmas bot? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't... I apologize if you can hear my roommates. They are a little loud sometimes. I wasn't aware you were playing music as well, Monica. Have a good night, Quiet. And, no, this is Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't really. Kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play sometime for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Silvermore. It almost looked like Monica just butt-bumped the other girls away. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Not sure Natsuki would end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, I was kind of just waiting for you. Ah, that's the case. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? How's it going, Camzap? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay. May I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. Might as well walk with you. Yeah. Why not? Shall we go then? Where are you two off to? Or just... Yuri was going to make some tea, so... I suddenly realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, alright. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Silvermore in club activities? I am. You probably notice it a lot better now, but I actually almost always wear this necklace. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Silvermore. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Monica got told by Yuri. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that, it made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Silva, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. Looks like Bowser's chasing Morgan, for the record. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Silva, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. This is actually kind of sad, because I know what they're trying to say to each other, and Yuri just doesn't have the gall to say it. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. You guys really are after that star, for the record. Silvermore, do you like oolong tea? Anything is fine. Very well. For the record, oolong tea happens to be one of my favorite teas. I'm not huge on tea because I have a very bad tendency to drink soda and coffee, but oolong and mint are probably my favorite teas. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. Shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything, In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. For the record, probably is the most used quote today. I'm very sorry, Ian. That sucks. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. That's so. I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking and decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Yuri is giving me all the signals, and I am just not biting, apparently. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Silva. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. You can barely see it, but it looks like Mario's sparkling. Silva, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against a wall rather than bending over at my desk. I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, and I do my best to manage it. That's so. Wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. I haven't seen Slug yet. I hope he's okay. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I only presume the world around her has faded away. He might be in surgery. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudged on the pages. You're right. Didn't even think about that. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Oh, she's so beautiful. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. And then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. For the record, I love being fed food. Then again, I honestly think that's because I do have that oral fixation, which, for the record, my vape should be coming in the mail this weekend. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Sayori may love me, but I'm not into girls like that. Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Silva. I'm sorry. How's it going, Goomboid? Guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I am not like Sayori. Okay, I want to make that very clear. And I'm not going to raise my voice because this is ASMR, but I am not like Sayori. I'm not. Not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Then you don't need to stop or anything. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. Take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. And just like that, we are cock-blocked. Specifically, I am cock-blocked. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Silvermore, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Of course. Parts her lips. It basically just means opening your mouth. Like, that's parting your lips. Spell is abruptly broken. Take care of the cups. That is disgusting, Kamzab. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. And for the record, I am not like Sayori. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. How's it going today, Vera? Do you like it? Silva, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Well, that's, to answer your question, Goomboy, that's mostly just because they decide that they want to emphasize them. I guess the same could be said of American-drawn pinup girls like Betty Boop. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share your poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. I love Yuri, she's so sweet. That's a long one. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. How's it going, Iridium? I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that's fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. For the record, I don't like, I don't like where I feel this is going. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotion onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Don't know how I feel about that, in all honesty. It's a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. Don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using a poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. Wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep by myself. So, I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? How's it going, Clary? Because they're embarrassing. People would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Silvermore? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everybody has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad to have a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really are many people like you, Silva. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Silva. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. How's it going, classic Sonic gamer? I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little bit more constructive than this. Maybe Natsuki's. Thank you, Slug, for another donation. That was really weird, Clary. I didn't expect your avatar to slide up the wall and vanish. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? To answer your question, Moschino, or Shadow, I feel like it would either be Monica or Yuri. Also, thank you for the host. Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Silva poem. That makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Sayori isn't hung. Sayori has pretty small features. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out poems, good or bad. But that's why I just go with my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Me neither. I feel like you just gave me a spoiler, Miskino, and I'm very unimpressed. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try keeping that in mind. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Well, sometimes I like sad poems. Sometimes a little of both. There's a word for that, right? I think that's called bittersweet. The word I'm looking for. Bittersweet. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you like something sad, Sayori. Oh, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give you, the rain cloud, a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Silva. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? I pop off my bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap, Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I can see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Ugh, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about that. The point is, it came out good. You should be proud of it. Thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. How's it going, Kamem? It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Oh, thank you. I can relate to this statement about Sayori, and I don't want to openly admit it. Wonder, well, this will be one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. Shadow, you need to shut your goddamn mouth. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. For the record, that was very close, Camzap. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all that deep sounding to express something. For the record, that was very nice, Claire and Mary. It's just going to sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at all. And honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this unless you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops all of a sudden. Don't tell me. How's it going, Launchpad? It's nice to meet you. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of, this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. It's what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Who should I show my poem to next? Hi again, Silva. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's got nothing going bad. Thank you. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on it. You never know. I want to share with you what Want to share what you wrote for today? Here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I notice that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversations out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Monica, you're just being an underhanded bitch, aren't you? I'm onto you. Really? A fictional one, anyway. Monica kinda whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway. You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. And endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come and sit in front of the room. This about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. You're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay. For the record, I do PS4, PC, both, so that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us when we're actually going to be doing for the event. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica, we're going to have a poetry performance. I don't like that. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Oh, well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? No, there's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until the past couple days. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room full of people. Guess it's kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself. For the record, I think you can be intimate with yourself without writing poetry, but totally different genre of visual novel. Finding new horizons and having fun. And that's right. It's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Exactly, Goomba. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any argument left. Fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Guess I don't really have a choice. You're the best, Yuri. The club is seriously going to be the death of me. Gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I, Murder Monkey, I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specified poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she'd done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finished the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. The podium is called. Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. The first is to start plotting. Everyone joins me after, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. So we applaud. Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Silva liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick up a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay, who's next? Natsuki. Don't make me go before Silva. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Silva lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. How's it going, Roses Are Red? I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your own writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Maybe. Alright then. Just leaves you, Natsuki. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, Her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. And that's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, it's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. Might be hard, but... Might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick up a poem and get through practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. You'll probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. No problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. I've been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find some enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. For the sake of the club. And impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Where did you go, Sayori? You two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Silvermore. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. Alright, so, with that being said, we are all done for today. I'm hoping that this picks up soon, but I could be. Why is it such a large tentacruel? Tentacruel is not supposed to be that large. Anyway, with that being said, I am happy to say that we're done with the ASMR Doki Doki for the week. Tomorrow, we are going to be playing... I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the giant tentacruel. We are going to be playing Jackbox Party Pack tomorrow, and everyone is welcome to join. So feel free to show up and log in with any smart device or computer, and I will see you tomorrow. So have a great night. I love all of you. Bye, darlings.
Hey guys, thank you for watching me. If you like what you see, why not click the like or subscribe button located below. It's because of amazing viewers like you that I am able to continue doing this and do the things I love and the things that keep you entertained, hopefully. If you have time, why not check out our website at www.quitsgaming.com and join our Discord, where we have a small group of people who do voice acting, play games together, do live streams together, as well as you can get your live stream added to it. So I will see you on there.